Millsy, off the grid down under, southwest Western Australia. Beautiful summer's day. Thought I'd do a bit of a New Year's video. Meant to do it a few days ago, but as usual get a bit busy and flat out. Yeah, so we're moving along. What I wanted to show you, I think the last video I had the wall all set up and rammed that first wall. Yeah, so we've done a bit since. I'll give you a look at what we've done. So I just wanted to run through what I did in 2021 regarding the rammed earth. Yeah, so I'll just give you a bit of a run through on what I did in 2021 and what I hope to achieve in 2022. So we'll bring you down to the first donga. So I think from memory, I should check the old videos, on the retaining wall there, I think I'd worked out the system the end of 2020, and we were using the steel, if you remember, the vertical things on the wood and the steel. I think we'd done a few panels on that retaining wall, but since we did the steel, we come over here and did this. So we did a couple of panels down there in a year before, but last year we started here. We did this retaining wall, this little retaining wall using the old forms. Did that, and then we did the donga. This donga, I think the whole of this donga was, if you remember, I don't know if you watched the earlier videos, you know, you go to the earlier video, you point here or something, come to video. This is the steel and the wood. Remember, we were putting the rods through with the plates, two of them steels and everything, so that made it a little bit challenging. But I'll just give you a run through on what the donga looks like now. Yeah, so it's all done, and you know, the learning, see that big gap up there at the top of the windows? So I was leaving 20 mil thinking that thing would move, come down, or there'd be movement of some kind. Yeah, no movement, so that's what I learned on that. And if you remember that first wall, you can't really see it because of that bookshelf, but that first wall curved out 150 mil, if you remember that first one. And yeah, we had a few gaps. I left too much space thinking things would move, and they weren't moving. So I was a bit good with that. So we did that donga pretty early on in the piece. And most of this was done by May, actually. Yeah, the donga, and then I did the other donga up there. Did finish that retaining wall, so we did all of that. And then this summer or spring, this ramming season I call it, we did all of that wall there. So that was a warm up. We did we actually did that panel there on the house. Did the whole of the donga over there. Did that first wall there, I think that was in the last video, and did that little corner wall over there. So now for actually, I think I did that one as well. I think I've done 4 of these panels before the new year, and since the new year we've put up another panel there. I've done that. We did this week, that one, this one, and now this one. So this is just a little 1200 one, same height as that. Yeah, so I reckon that what I did in that year should equate to the house. Just got to put a couple of bedrooms in here, which would equate to 2 dongas. Yeah, and these big walls, they're a big day. They're a big day's work. And the top two panels, if you want to come give us a hand, the top two panels there are all buckets. You got to bucket it in, you can't shovel it or anything, you just lift it up with buckets and bucket it in. You know, everyone that comes and helps with the buckets starts to think of, oh, you need a lifter, you need something, you know, you can get a fabricator to do this and do that. But no, I'm just going with the hard work. Everything's holding up pretty good. Yeah, so this is it now, starting to take shape. It's a bit of a wall there, 4.2. I'm glad I went to 4.2 instead of the 3.9. Just an extra half hour or whatever. Yeah. So that's the progress, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got rid of a few roosters. Yeah, the fruit trees. There's a new peach down there in the chicken pen. That's produced a few peaches. Very nice. And the plums. Plums are netted down there. Plums are going off. Got a few figs. And the apricots are just starting to come on. Quite a few apricots, which is good. Veggie garden, yeah, but it's been pretty hot here. Yeah, summer's really hit with a vengeance since the end of December. It's sort of, they're all 35, 40 degrees, 38 degrees, supposed to be 38 today. Lucky we got in early and finished that wall, just got to pull that down and then we're off. I've had a few comments about people not understanding me. You know, a bit of an Aussie, and you know, we speak Australian, we don't speak English. I don't anyway. And yeah, I've noticed something actually. If you want to have a bit of a look, I've noticed on the YouTube. I don't know, you might have a give it a go. Google doesn't understand me. Poor Google. I thought Google was listening to everything, but I'm starting to see maybe Google doesn't understand me after they record everything, you know. You go on them videos and you scroll, and you know, everyone does a bit of a scroll, and then it comes up with the text. It comes up with subtitles when you're before you click on the video. I watched one a man that Google just hasn't got it together, or YouTube, or whoever's doing it, that, you know, it was some sort of foreign language. I couldn't understand it myself reading it. Oh, it was odd. Give it a try and see what you reckon. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video. Should have a couple more walls up for you, getting pretty close. I can see the end. Yeah, probably the end of this year we'll have it all done. Anyway, take care, we'll catch ya. Enjoy the view. Bit of dry and brown view today. It's yeah, as I said, 38 degrees today. 2 o'clock now, probably 38. Just pull this down and get onto it, but that's living in Australia, you know, it's pretty hot. Anyway, take care. Cheers.